downright apocalyptic images coming out of Australia right now as the country's battling hundreds of fires that have burned across the country for months now. The fires are currently consuming an area the size of West Virginia. At least 17 people have been killed, 28 people are missing, thousands of people have had to be evacuated. More than 1,000 homes and buildings have been lost, and this all comes amid a record drought.
Exactly, folks. I just wanted to show you this bit of that, what's going on in Australia. I've got a couple of friends out there, and one's been out there for like 15-20 years, and the other one's been out there for a good 10 years, and they're saying how scary it is and how apocalyptic, and they've never seen nothing like it. It's really bad out there, really bad. And this is going on in California, South Korea, Amazon, all over, heating up all over. Them trees we got up there, they're just hollowed out. We're on 1,000 foot up. All the trees around there are hollowed out and all falling over. And you can just pull on the branches and they just snap like kindling, like worst was just like balsa wood. But yeah, you got all this going on. This has been, look, all this radiation coming through. Radiation. That's like heating up the atmosphere. Like. That's why you're seeing the sky all like that. Yeah? The radiation. Well, I believe it's not caused by HAARP or anything what people say they're heating up the bloody earth with HAARP. I'm sure they can't use HAARP. Not whilst we're in this free sun system, microwave system, and all the other bodies and shit. This is Roger from Mud University.
They started out as back-to-back.
Let me show you.
Let's just take this one here.
He's going on about
it's crazy.
When photons, electrons bash together.
Flooded the core with negatives. Well, in other words, the core has to have additional negatives than the positive. Then another negative once again, and then it won't allow it. It says, I've got enough already, stay out of here. Watch what happens. Boom. That is identical to quantum mechanics. And if it's moving around, it could just be sort of flowing. It's going to have to push into other guys and move them out of the way, so there's going to be a slight amount of energy. But if it slams into something, then you get a lot of energy. And if it really impacts with something, it'll knock it right out of its orbit.
Knock out of his orbit. Hearts of energy getting smashed, creating this radiation. Cherenkov radiation, making the skies look all whited out and all like static and electric ionized particles smashing our skies, coming in. And you've got all this going on, no Schumann resonance. Coming back, none. Coming back, none. And it's got that. That's depending. We're spiking there. Right? It's going to make you feel compressed, feel the pressure. And we knocked off our orbit. What are we in now, Cal? We're supposed to be in Sagittarius.
I think so.
Yeah, but we're not, are we?
No, it's supposed to be in Capricorn.
We're supposed to be in Capricorn. We're in Sagittarius. The moon's rolling. Literally rolling. And the North Star is in the east. All round about that way. Northeast in the morning when I got a clear sky, and I haven't seen it been out there in a clear sky for a couple of mornings, but I've seen it numerous times, and the sun's white, glaring white, like it's going to go nova. Do you think that we're in tidal lock with a load of planet, a big planet, and a load of other moons or whatever and planets? And then we know we got Ra coming up, which is these incoming magnetic field lines. They're coming from behind. So we've got so much going on behind, plus you got the one in front. You not think that's heating us up, slowing the earth down, causing all these fires and all this crap we're seeing in the skies? And I'll tell you something here I've looked at. This is people saying they're still using HARP. I don't believe you can use HARP with what's going on, with our ionosphere getting smashed and crunched from front and back. I think you need a flat surface to use that HARP. I know it's old. I'm sure they're not using this to heat us up or push weather about. I'm sure this is all doing that. All this. No. I'd reset button. I'd say, because if you look at this is showing you an experiment and they use HARP.
Directly, but indirectly it could, because if you push the ionosphere out into space, then the stratosphere just under the ionosphere has to move to fill in that gap. When it moves, it could pull the jet stream with it, thus rerouting it hundreds of miles, changing the way water moves through our atmosphere.
Lagging. No lag.
Dr. Agnew has devised a demonstration to show how HARP could manipulate the atmosphere.
So what we've done is we've got a cloud generator up here. It's an ultrasonic nebulizer. It's going to create real water particles, just like you would find in a cloud. What we're seeing now is we're actually filling this chamber with microscopic water particles. You can see that it's almost completely filled with water vapor. It's beginning to condense a little bit on the sides, just so that you can see the detail. We've got a nice dense fog, just like you were sitting inside a cloud at 50,000 feet.
At the bottom of the cloud chamber, Dr. Agnew has constructed an ELF wave transmitter, a miniature version of HARP.
We're only using 100 watts. It's perfectly safe.
When Dr. Agnew turns on the ELF wave transmitter and begins shooting ELF waves into the simulated cloud, the cloud begins to move up to the top of the chamber, taking the moisture with it.
If you get down low enough, you can actually see a clear layer above the antenna. It is actually pushing these water particles up, and that's exactly how HARP works. What we've done is we've not only pushed the cloud off of the HARP antenna, but as you can see, our cloud is almost completely gone inside.
Well, if they're using HARP and they're pushing our clouds up, why is our cloud so low and so dense and like the clouds being pushed downwards, not upwards? I just don't believe they're using HARP anymore. I really don't. And we've just had a couple of big earthquakes in Japan. A 5 at 20 kilometers, a 5.1 at 10. And we've had 3 freeze in Chile. I mean, if I'm new to this, I'm a couple of years I've been watching this, but if you look at the physics of it, when you follow the pros, like the crazy guy with the beard, Mr. Catfish, he's been sort of like showing us these when there's going to be quakes for a time, and he's right all the time. You know, get on this site and check out John Blow's site, who set this up for thing, and you get the truth. Look, Blue Kachina. This is what's tugging us back and forth, and it's not far away, so we all need to get good. But I don't think there's much time, because things are really changing rapidly. Look at this. This is Scientific Lee, not DJ Lee, Scientific Lee. See this? This is light bouncing off. Let's say that's like another sun. You get this, which we see if we look at trucks. Truck dog. We got this a few days ago. He's moving saying that looks like a planet to me up there. That's not ice crystals with like a light spectrum on them. It's not just ice crystals, that's light fraction of ice crystals. You never used to see these in the sky. You've seen them all the time, mate. I believe that's a planet. I believe that's why we're getting. Look at this. How can you use HAARP's got to be used on a flat surface, I'm sure. Truck dog got, I've had these up there. Sun's. Look at all this. Sun's on the other side. And yeah. There's like a planet out there. Look how dark that is out there. It's not ice crystals and light fraction off that sun, is it? Look at Lee again. Scroll
Today,
lock.
I'm going to be showing how I get this lovely
He's
effect.
got a magnet with two plates, two glass plates,
North to
with some
north,
liquid in the middle.
which is basically because
To
of
show
two
you what
fields
happens when he
inside
brings
this
another
end,
magnet
and
to
they're
the other
both the same
magnet.
thing. Parts of this
To
one
the
at
same
top
poles.
want to jump into this one,
Look,
this one here,
the light
because there's
fraction.
two fields, remember?
Two fields
But these ones are in the way,
trying to connect.
which is why they still kind of jump up.
So pulling it up,
Because I
He's
discovered
pulling
something
up.
with a ring magnet the other day, and I'll be
Creating
putting that
heat.
on video in a bit, because I barely understand it myself.
which
But
will lead you
both
to
sides
this
of the field,
radiation,
both sides
like-
of the magnet, and I can easily prove it by breaking a ring magnet.
That's what we're seeing in the
It's
skies.
quite strange, really.
I don't think
So
that's
I just thought I'd
through.
let you know that.
This
that
radiation
the two
is
fields on
through
either side of the magnet are
bodies.
either side fields of the magnet.
pulling and pushing,
I can't explain it any better
pulling,
than that, really, without
pushing
comma.
and pulling,
So,
repelling each other.
this is north and north, or
No.
south and south.
You want to check over the out, go through his
Together.
stuff.
See how
No
things are still
human.
springing up there. They're trying to grab, but they can't.
And we got Wow up behind. Look,
Underneath these two,
These are
there's
incoming.
nothing to grab.
Incoming.
It's trying to grab it, but it can't.
These are
There
closed.
is actually another field on the
heating
end
up,
here,
look.
which is kind of
And then you got your radiation coming in.
Anyway, so
See
there's
it?
a beautiful north to
All
south
this
or
is
south
being
to north
smashed about, heating up at the front now.
It rotates in because this
You've got your radiation coming in because of
into
bodies.
the heart,
All these are
and a rolling
incoming
interlinked wave,
field
just
lines.
exactly
So
like
moons
smoke
and body, other
coming
bodies,
out of a
big,
cigarette
big
and
planets back there with
forming,
Ra.
rollover halo waves, one after
You
another, a
know,
rolling wave.
we're in a
That's
tidal
what
lock.
is happening here, because it spreads
We're in a
all
tidal
around the
lock
back.
with these planets, which is heating us up.
Is a rolling wave. It just looks like a heart because this is a
Yeah.
1 micron thick.
And if you have a look at, I think I've shown you Rogers. Yeah, you know, and like when you say you think you've got all these planets around the Earth, and then you got another big one coming in, which soon is going to flip everything. It's creating all that,
Then the positive.
smashing
And
all that
another negative
energy,
once again, and it won't allow it. It says, I've got enough
which
already.
is
Stay out of it.
radiation.
Watch what happens.
Hence why everything's heating up.
Oh, that is
There's a lot going on,
identical to
folks, I know
quantum
that.
mechanics. And
But,
if it's
I'm just
moving
trying to keep
around,
this thing of
it
physics
could
and
just
looking
be
at
sort of flowing.
I'm
It's
looking
going to
at
have
the
to push
icon
into
on
other
the
guys and
probes.
move them out of the way. So there's going to be a
Catfish
slight
and
amount of energy.
John Blow and all that.
If it
They know what
slams
they're on
into
about.
something, then you get a lot of energy. And
You
if
know?
it really impacts with something,
There's a lot
it'll
going
knock
on,
it right
but
out of its
these
orbit.
boys
That's called
And
ionizing.
scientifically, they
And
make
that
sense
means
when you
the
look
electron
at
escapes.
magnetically,
Right now,
electrically.
That's heat.
Everything's
Absolutely.
connected electrically,
It does that all day long.
magnetically.
And what does it
Everything's
do?
connected.
Something's
Yeah.
bouncing into it. Boom, 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 boom. It's
Uh-uh.
bouncing into something.
Mm.
It's pushing those magnetic fields. Just
And
like
get
a
on this
balloon.
site, have a look,
Just
check
like a
out.
balloon
You know, you
with a
have
tiny
to
particle
go on
inside.
Facebook.
And every
See
time
if
you
you
do
can
it,
join.
it squirts out energy. And
Uh,
then eventually
ah.
it will go away as light because watch how hard he pushes this thing.
Could be anything, yeah.
That thing really
It
wants
really
us
could
to
be.
goes. That's
Lens
what.
flare. Yeah, we like lens flares.
I don't like balloons, but
I hope you're all having a
all of
good
this
weekend anyway.
stuff that I'm talking about. So I'm
Yeah.
guessing what I'm saying.
See that?
Calculate
And
all
John's
different heats and reactions.
sorted
and all
that
this.
out. Look,
Always,
that's the
always,
comment.
always.
Wow,
comes
this is
down
a good
to
site.
electricity.
No
Heat is
bullshit
nothing
on
but
here.
electricity.
No bullshit.
There's
There
no
you go then.
energy.
I put one of they up.
It is
One mate
not
said it has a lens flare.
It's push to shove.
You obviously don't gate much.
And again, I'm just going to just...
Lens flare, is it?
But I can't help it. I gotta
This
say
is shit,
that
this
I have
computer.
some knowledge.
Oh shit, sorry.
And I did
Yeah, I've had a couple of
stuff
people say that's just lens
for a
flare.
very long time. And again, I can get behind in your phone.
Okay.
They're all related to
So what my lenses in my eyeballs making it flare. Fuck, everyone's seen it if you look.
They're all related to electricity. It's not
Ah.
going to come out here. So here we go. Light
Oh,
energy.
Lucy in the sky, look.
I mean, there's a
Lucy
lot
in the
that build up to that. I didn't
sky.
just guess one day, oh, guess
But
what?
John sort of explains this well.
Electricity. No, hell no. A lot of
Look.
work in this. And I end up with light. It's all energy.
To me,
Every single thing there
that's sorry.
is electrons pushing and shoving. If they don't push and they don't
Look.
shove, they aren't.
And he puts light.
There's no energy there. It's when they bang into
Onto
each
a
other, there's
glass,
energy.
and you end up with
guess
this.
what? Coming from the sun, there's all these little
Yeah.
tiny electrons.
Same
that
as
get
what
thrown
John's
out.
looking at there, look.
They just don't hit anything coming to us. They are
You go
called
to
dark
Lee's.
energy and dark.
Explain we've got our sun there. I'm just showing you what I'm looking at. I'm no expert, but it's sort of like
I think Tesla was
you
an
can see
inventor
where we got some up
that
behind
really
our
opened
sun,
himself up to
and it's
possibility
creating.
in an unconstrained way. And I think when you do that, you
Lagging. We got
end
a
up
lag
imagining a
on.
world that could be a whole lot different than
Creating that.
what you're in.
When you put
So
another
very
magnet,
different
see
than
what I mean?
Tesla.
Say that's
I
another
was lucky to
body
be in an environment
onto
in
another
which the things
body.
that I was
You're
thinking
creating that.
created were always accepted.
Anyway, I
I
better
haven't
go
had
because
to,
my
deal with the
computer's going to crash in a
ostracization and
minute.
hardship. From a business
Isn't it?
perspective, the businesses that we've created around
Well,
this technology have always been very
This is why this is
successful.
all out
I've
anyway.
raised $18 million to date from
People saying on Facebook that
venture-funded,
Trump's going to sort out
from venture
America.
firms
He
that
just
have
fucking
supported
took a
what we are
generator and
creating
sent 3,000
bringing to the
troops
world.
over there.
Our very first
You don't think
product
we've got
is
World War
in
III coming
Best
up?
Buy. That's about as mainstream as you get.
See? This is what he's connected with scientific Lee's work, look.
What began as a quest to help a
Your
dying friend has evolved into a
Ouroboros.
first-of-its-kind luminary
Halo
marvel.
wave.
The collector weighs more than 30 tons and
See, you've got the
collects
impulsion
more light
V
than any
there, which when you
telescope
bang
on
a
Earth.
light through onto another light, that's what you get. Possibly another planet.
Maybe started when I
You know?
was 7 or 8 years old.
Very clever
When I
he
built
is.
my first little
Fair
telescope.
play, then.
And then
Anyway,
as a
folks,
teenager, I
you have a
built quite
good weekend
large
and look
one.
after each other and look
So
after
I was
yourselves.
always into
But
astronomy
if you're feeling a bit compressed,
optics and telescopes.
that's why.
It was an amazing process.
That's why.
75 different
There's no Schumann.
programs from beginning to end to
No Schumann.
build this huge
And look at this.
84 mirror
And
collector.
this.
I think that it
Right,
was
folks.
probably one of the most difficult things we ever did in our
Keep
life.
safe. We're sending all our prayers out around the world
Stimulus
to all
that
the
created
people who are
the
suffering in
invention
this
of an interstellar
time.
light collector and now the moon
Because
light collector.
it is
Was a friend dying
worldwide.
of pancreatic
It's not
cancer.
just, it's quite alright
She
here
came
at
to
the
us and
moment,
she
apart
said,
from it
"Richard,
being cold
you
and
think
whited
outside the
out.
box.
We're being
You're
lucky
not
at
a
the moment.
scientist,
The computer's
not a
lagging.
doctor, but they're telling me right now I
So
have
what
no
could
hope on
tomorrow
this
be
earth.
like?
I have no chance
No
to
electric,
survive this."
no water.
And immediately Connie set Richard in
That's
motion
how I
to
look
try
at
to
it
figure
now.
out a cure of some sort.
And I'd expect that all around the world.
Studied light
Everywhere.
and light
We're all on in
for
this
many
boat.
months.
And he said
Anyway,
the frequency
folks,
coming off of
keep
moonlight
vigilant,
was
yeah.
similar to what
Be
the
prepared,
American
don't get
Medical
caught in your
Association
trousers.
was studying to cure cancer.
Dane,
Light of the
love
moon
you all.
and stars
Peace out, love.
cannot be duplicated artificially.